Hello, welcome to our Run and Become videos. Today we're going to be focused on our hips and exactly hip mobility. So why do we need strong and mobile hips for running? Hips connect our legs and the core, providing that optimal speed, optimal power and balance when you run. It really improves your running biomechanics and also reduce any hip pain, any back pain and any possibility of having lower limbs injuries. Our hip is a big joint allowing for movements in three major axes. The first one is flexion and extension. Second one is abduction and adduction. And the third one is external and internal rotation. So as we can see, there are quite few possibilities of having some imbalances and mobility issues with so many movements. So that's why today we're going to show you how to make sure that your hips are strong and mobile. So if you sit a lot, or if you run a lot, if you have hip impingement, if you notice that you overstride when you run, or you notice that you're out-toeing when you run, this video might be very helpful for you to improve those issues. We've prepared for you two videos with some mobility exercises for your hips, one without any equipment needed and the other one with resistance bands. Both of them are going to finish with a small session of foam rolling to show you how to soften that soft tissue surrounding the joints. So let's start with some exercises for your hip mobility without any extra equipment. First one is called World Greatest Stretch. We're going to start this exercise with a downward dog position, which you might know from your yoga class if you're attending one. So it's the position like this. You're looking towards your feet and then you're taking a huge big step to place your foot right next to your hand. Now you rotate looking up, and then when you're going down, you try ideally to put your elbow on the floor, pushing your hip away from your body, like this. And then you repeat it between 5 to 10 times. If that's a bit too much for you, you can always put your knee on the floor like this and then rotate this way. However, I strongly encourage you to lift it up. And also make sure that you do repetitions on the other leg as well. Second mobility exercise for your hip. It's amazing for your hip flexors, so I call it hip flexor stretch. So it's very similar position to your previous one, to the World Greatest Stretch. You have to place your foot forward, like you're kneeling on the floor, and then you have to pull your belly button inward. So not this movement, opposite to this. So you're doing this, you're drawing your belly button in, and then you're lifting your arm, and then additionally you can slightly twist it, kind of pull it towards your body, and then slightly move forward. So it's very important to pull that belly button in, because without that, you're going to finish kind of here, but that won't stretch your hip flexors. So the first movement is belly button in, hand in, and slightly forward. And now you're supposed to feel a nice stretch on this part. Hold it for about 30 seconds to 1 minute, and of course repeat it on the other side of your body. Third exercise, which is fantastic to improve your hip mobility, is called Pigeon Pose. Again, if you are a yoga fan, you might be already familiar with that. So again, you're going to start from downward dog position like we did with World Greatest Stretch. So in that position, if you cannot put your heels completely flat on the floor with your legs straight, you can bend your knees. That's fine, that's totally fine. So from that position, we're lifting one leg and we're placing it super forward, and ideally with a 90 degrees bend at your knee. If not, you can slightly, pull it towards your body, that's fine. The most important thing in that position are your hips. So they cannot be twisted, they have to face forward. So that direction. And now, this is normal kind of standard position. You can deepen that with placing your elbows and forearms on the floor. And again, hold it for around 30 seconds to 1 minute, and remember to do the same thing on the other side of your body. The last amazing exercise to improve your hip mobility is a hip airplane. You can do it in an assisted way, in front of the wall or in front of the chair, so you can hold against something. So basically, you stand in front of the wall or the chair, you lift leg behind, slightly flexing your knee, that's fine. And now you rotate away from your body, from your hips, and your arm follows that movement. So it's very important that it's not a flexion at your waist, sorry, rotation at your waist like this. Everything starts from the hip. So hips first and then the rest of your body. And you can hold it for again around 10-20 seconds on each side. And when you go back, you can slightly rotate on the other side for again another 10 seconds. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you really like the exercises. We've got another video about some mobility exercises for your hips with the band included. Thank you for watching. Leave the comment if you have any, and see you next time.
Come on. We prepared for you 2 videos tackling
deepen of our hip. Movement in 3. Okay, once again. There are no you see, I didn't. Okay. Yes, I don't know.